piece is written as an elegy or a threnody, however you want to think about it, from my mother. It was coming on her 25-year anniversary of her passing, and I had this commission for a piece, and I really needed to write about it. Once the idea came to me, I couldn't put it aside. You're almost compelled to write about it. Lights Out is a little microcosm. It's about 3 minutes, so it's really short and it really packs a punch right at the get-go. It's fortissimo the whole way through, and then I ask even for a little more at the end. It's very brutal, it's very aggressive, and intentionally so, because it's meant to depict the car accident, which I went through with my mother as well, that ended her life. It's very repetitive, just kind of in line with that feeling of a car accident, of an event that you are still trying to process, right, as you're experiencing a traumatic event. The second movement is Beating Heart, and it's a little play on the techniques in the movement, as well as touching on the programmatic elements of the second piece. So there is a lot of beating in the strings, just taking advantage of the fact that we have the violinist and the cellist there. So it's very still. There's mutes. There's a lot of non-vibrato, but we have this resonance from these pretty difficult double stops, and that kind of creates this tension throughout the piece.
You also have to be tuned into each other because there's lots of dovetailing happening. So in between, like at the end of my long note, Carrie will come in, or like halfway through. So we've got to really be aware not only of our own timing and use of bow, but of each other's, so that I'm not keeping her waiting. I'm not waiting on my entrance and then she's running out of bow.
If we are dovetailing and she's letting off and I'm coming in, I need to enter at the same speed, so that it's a kind of a natural sounding transition. Mm-hmm. And on the long notes too, the bow speeds need to be really, really similar, or else the color is going to be different and the balance will be off. So we're watching we're watching each other as much as the music, I think.
It's very sparse and very lots of space in between our gestures and our contributions. And so one challenge of that is knowing how to present yourself physically. Like, what do I do with my body when I'm not playing, so that I'm not detracting from what's happening. I'm helping maintain the tension if that's what's happening, which I do believe that's what's happening in this movement. And so I was trying to think about that in the rehearsal and trying to practice that, because I think it does take practice. Like, okay, when am I going to pick up my bow again? To how can I contribute through my physical presence?
The movements should always be in the kind of the general tempo and character of the music too. So nothing should, in this, it's a very slow tolling bell in this movement. So the movements should complement that kind of mood of the piece.
The last movement is called Ghosts Inside You, and it takes its title from this visual artist that I really, really admire. His name is Robert Montgomery. He produces these neon pieces. The phrase of one of these recycled sunlight pieces is, "The people you love become ghosts inside you, and like this you keep them alive." I thought that had a lot of connections with what I was trying to say with the piece.